Hi everyone, I'm Marcy and today I'm cooking up my 100th video on YouTube. Can you believe it? The time has gone by so fast. So I thought today, rather than share another recipe with you, that I would do something a little different and that I would sit down and we would just have a chat. We could talk about some of the things that have happened, some of what we've learned, some of the behind the scenes things. It was in June of 2020 that we first launched Marcy Inspired, and we've put out one video every single week without fail. So we're pretty proud of that accomplishment. And I say we because it is very much a team effort. I do all the cooking and my husband Tony shoots and edits every one of our videos. And one of the biggest things that we've learned is that we are both perfectionists, and that's not always a good thing. When I cook, I like for the food to not only taste perfectly, but I like it to look good. I'm very much about presentation, and so I have specific plates or dishes that I will serve certain meals on, and I like to have coordinating napkins or things like that. And my husband, meantime, he's got to have the perfect lighting, the just right composition, and he's really big on sound. So if there's something sizzling in the skillet, he's gonna be up close and personal because he wants to capture that sizzle. Or if there's steam coming off the pot, he's gonna want to capture that. And the problem is, in order to do that, you have to backlight it so that you can videotape that steam. And so sometimes we don't have the time. He'll want to set up or readjust things. And I'm thinking, if I don't stir this right now or take this off the stove, it's gonna burn. So it's very much a give and take. And we've learned that if we let ourselves be the perfectionists that we are, by the time we get everything to look just perfectly, the food doesn't look good anymore. The cheese that was once all melty and beautiful has gotten hard, or it's just all gone cold, or that sort of thing. So that's probably our biggest takeaway, is that we really need to let go, and we've gotten a lot better with that as the time has gone by. That said, I will say that we eat very well in this house, because when we're done with our shoots, we will sit down, we will give thanks to God, and just have a wonderful meal. And it doesn't even matter what time of the day or night it is, because sometimes, because of our work schedules, we will shoot later in the evening, so it could be 9 o'clock at night and we're having a big old meal. One of the funny things that happened one time was, it was early in October, and my mom and stepdad were here visiting from out of town, and we have this one tradition, my mom and I, where at Thanksgiving, whenever we're together, we will dress the turkey in a tuxedo made out of pie crust dough. And so we thought, oh, wouldn't that be fun to share that video? But here it is, early October, and we thought, well, Thanksgiving's coming up in November, so let's just shoot it while she's here. So we did that, but what was funny is when we were all done, we weren't gonna let it just sit there. We wanted to eat it, so we took it out to the patio. I whipped up some mashed potatoes and gravy and some green beans real quickly, and here we were sitting outdoors at around noon and lunchtime, and we're having this very, very formal turkey meal outside. So it just looked very, very out of place. It's kind of funny. Back to my husband, Tony. He is a professional television cameraman for a living. He's used to being behind the camera and really hates being in front of the camera. That said, I was able to twist his arm and make a little cameo appearance on one of our videos, and that was when our channel turned 1 year old and I made an Italian cream cake. And so I did have him come out and taste it with me. So if you want to see who he is, I'll put a link up here for you so that you can see that video. I'm still hoping to get him to appear in a few more, but we'll see. I'll have to work on him. Ironically, my dog Miley, she's been in way more videos, probably more than I know, because she has this little sneaky way about coming in just real quietly like a stealth, you know, and all of a sudden she's in the shot. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's my dog Miley. She's my little helper whenever I'm here in the kitchen. Or other times, she will make her presence known. She comes in loudly, you hear the little pitter-patter of her feet, and real boldly she'll be in the shot. Look who showed up, like clockwork, I'm telling you. Cue the beagle. Miley is 14 years old and she's just my little fur baby. She's very particular, and when she eats, we like to put 1 tablespoon of chicken broth on top of her kibble. We heat it up for exactly 16 seconds in the microwave, and that's how she likes it. Okay, Miley, sit. Good girl. She has her own little area in the kitchen where she eats, and we decorate it. I change out the mats for whatever season. This year she even had her own Christmas tree, and I painted little doggy Christmas ornaments on there. And if you think that's a lot, I came home one day and my husband had put Christmas lights on her Christmas tree. So yeah, Miley's pretty spoiled, and I gotta say, I love when viewers will comment and say really sweet things about her, because we of course love her and that means so much to us. And I just think animal lovers are the best people. Now, I also am hoping to get my daughter to appear on one of my videos. She has yet to do so. She's 23 years old, so it's kind of hard at that age. She kind of does her own thing, and she doesn't live at home anymore, so we're empty nesters. So hopefully I can get her on here, because she is a fantastic cook. I mean, she cooks some really great stuff, and I think that you would really love her cooking. I have had a few other friends. I had Raquel, who made wonderful orange chicken and fried rice. I had my friend Charity, who lives in Alaska. She came out to visit and she made her, we call them Charity's cracked potatoes, because they're so good we get suspicious of what she puts in there. I can't remember the official name. What are they really called? It's like a potato casserole or something like that. Anyway, very, very good. That's what a gentle boil sounds like. My friend Julia made her a creamy tomato basil soup, and it was so good. I've already made it about 4 times since she shared her recipe with me. Obrigada. My brother-in-law, Lou, he made his Portuguese kale soup, so that was a lot of fun to get him in here, and also so that you could see my husband's side of the family. We got to see recently my best friend Ruth in Sacramento, and she showed us how to make homemade pasta. So that was a lot of fun, because she's been my best friend since we met when we were in our late 20s.
Nothing special.
That is so funny. He says nothing special, and then he does that whole flipping thing with it. And recently I made a new friend, and that's Chef Tristan Rogers, who is the executive chef from Hollow Spirits Distillery in Albuquerque. And it was so cool to have a legitimate chef show us how to prepare this awesome meal. And he made salmon, actually made a salmon lover out of me, because the way he made it was just out of this world. And I'm hoping to have other friends on here from time to time. We'll just sort of try to space it apart. One thing that's been sort of surprising to us is how some videos will do better than others. And we're a small YouTube channel, and for instance, recently our trifle video just took off. It got more than 10,000 views in just 2 days, and we have no idea why. And in fact, our video that's probably the most watched so far is one that we almost didn't even shoot. And that was my tuna melt. I was making tuna melts one day, and I thought, I'm not gonna shoot this video because everybody knows how to make a tuna melt. But we said, well, you know what, let's just do it anyway. We shot it, we threw it out there, and it has more than 100,000 views, which is a lot for us. And it's really bizarre how that happens. You think one video is gonna do great and it really doesn't. And then one you think, no, this one's not gonna do great at all, and it surpasses all the others. So there really is no rhyme or reason, at least not anything that we can figure out. Anyway, some of our other top videos are the crock pot pork loin with a brown sugar and balsamic glaze, our how to make peach cobbler using fresh peaches, our crock pot zuppa toscana, and our pumpkin empanadas. I do know that YouTube will recommend my videos to other viewers based on interaction, which is why it's so helpful when you not only watch the videos, but when you give it a like and when you leave a comment. That especially helps. So I just want to say thank you to those of you who've been doing that. In fact, I want to thank a couple of people who have really just been going out of their way to encourage me, and they are a couple of my college friends who ironically both are professional videographers with television backgrounds, Art and Dennis. I just want to say thank you so much because their encouragement means so much. And then there's so many other people who I don't even know you personally, but I feel like I do because I sort of look forward to your comments every week. And I just feel like if we lived in the same city, we probably would be great friends. Some of you have made requests for me to make very specific recipes, and I will get to them. In fact, I'm keeping a list, but the thing is that some of them are seasonal foods, and so I'm waiting for the right time of year to share those recipes, or it's a recipe that I need to fine-tune myself because I want to make sure when I share something that it's as good as it can be. But keep those requests coming, and I will keep right on cooking. I hope that you enjoyed this, my 100th video on YouTube, and I will close off by saying what I do every one of my videos, and that's thanks so much for watching and blessings from my kitchen to yours.